Okay. So today, I'm just going to show you some basic tricks to basic waist hooping and some recovery techniques that I know for when the hoop starts to slide down, which it will. I'm going to use my largest hoop today. It's 1 3/4 inch 160 PSI tubing. I have no idea the diameter of it. I just know it's huge. The reason I'm using it is because the hoop moves really slow, so maybe it'll be easier for you to see what I'm doing with this slower hoop. So, there are two different ways to waist hoop. One is moving the body back and forth from front to back, and the other is moving the body side to side. I'm going to start out with front to back because that's my favorite way to waist hoop, or at least what seems most comfortable to me. And what you're going to do is you're going to put one foot slightly in front of the other, and you're going to put the hoop in the small of your back, okay? And when you fling the hoop and it hits your stomach, you're going to push the hoop forward, and when it hits your back, you're going to push the hoop backward. So it's just a back and forth motion. And sometimes if you switch your weight, like from the back foot to the front foot, it helps you get the rhythm of it. And that's, again, front to back waist hooping. It's the same concept, hooping from side to side, except you put your feet about hip width apart. And this time, when you feel the hoop hit this side, you're going to push this way, and when you feel it hit this side, you're going to push this way. So again, back and forth. Okay. Now, when the hoop starts to fall, which it always will, no matter what, there's a couple of different recovery moves you can do. The first one is to keep your back real straight and dip at the knees and just give the hoop an extra push, and that'll automatically bring the hoop back up. It's very important that you keep your back straight, and I know, like, everybody I've seen hoop, their instinct is when the hoop starts to fall, they bend like this, and that will make it fall faster. So you really want to keep your back straight and bend at the knees and just give the hoop an extra push. And that just pushes it back up, see? Ah! Sorry, I can edit that out. Same concept if you're hooping side to side and the hoop starts to fall, bend your knees and give it an extra push. Okay. Another recovery move you can do is to turn with the hoop. It kind of helps keep the momentum going. You're going to want to pivot on one leg, and because I'm hooping from right to left, I'm going to pivot on my left leg and use my right leg to turn. I'm going to turn in the same direction of the hoop, just like that. And you'll notice that it helps kind of keep the hoop moving. When you place your right foot, you can also give your hip an extra kick, which also helps with momentum. The other recovery I want to show you is called the paddle, and it's basically just throwing the hoop. It's kind of a cheat. I like to use it. Sometimes it's a little fun. You can do it with either hand. If I'm going to do it with my right hand, I'm going to place it palm outward, as close to my body as I possibly can. And when I'm comfortable with the hoop moving across that palm, I'm going to grab it and just push it across my body. Let me show you that from the front again so you see how I push it. Okay. You can also do it with the left hand going across the body, this time palm inwards. And when you're used to that hoop hitting the back of your hand, you just push it over. Okay? Let me see if I can show that from the side. And that again helps with momentum. So, again, the bigger and the heavier the hoop, the easier it is to hoop with. I have multiple size hoops. I think this is the one that is the general size that most people begin with. It's a little bit faster than the Beast, but it's the same concept. Forward and backward. See what happens if you try and move the opposite direction of the hoop. Forward and backward, and side to side. Okay? Pivoting, it's still the same. Okay. Pretty soon you'll be walking around with it. And the next time I do a tutorial, we'll talk about how to move the hands up above the head and back down. There are 4 different ways to do that.